Most people see what happens next. The top 1% see what happens after that. Every single day you make decisions: what job to take, what relationship to stay in, what business to start, what habit to build. And most people make these decisions by looking one step ahead. They see the immediate result, the thing that happens right after the choice. And that one step is where most people stop thinking. But the people who consistently win in business, in life, in relationships, they never stop at one step. They ask one extra question that changes everything. This mental model is called the second-order thinking. The idea is simple. Every decision has a first-order consequence, the thing that happens immediately. But every first-order consequence has a second-order consequence, the thing that happens because of the thing that happened. And most people never see the second-order consequence coming, because they stop thinking too early. The person who thinks 2 steps ahead will always outmaneuver the person thinking 1. The investor Howard Marks, one of the greatest financial minds alive, wrote an entire book about this principle. He said most investors think at the first-order level. A company reports bad earnings. First-order thinking: sell the stock immediately. Everyone sells. Stock crashes. Second-order thinking: everyone is selling because of one bad quarter, but the company's fundamentals are strong. In 6 months, when the panic is over, this stock will be undervalued, and I will have missed the opportunity, Marx said. First-level thinking is simple and superficial. Anyone can do it. Second-level thinking is deep, complex, and convoluted. He said, to achieve superior results, you have to think differently from the crowd. And thinking differently means thinking further. This is how he built a $40 billion investment firm, not by being smarter, by thinking one step further than everyone else. Now let me make this real for your actual life. Example 1, the job. First-order thinking: this job pays $5,000 more per month. I should take it. Second-order thinking: this job pays more but requires 70 hours a week. That means less sleep, less exercise, less time with people I love. My health deteriorates. My relationships suffer. In 2 years, I am earning more money and living a worse life. The first-order result looked like a win. The second-order result revealed the trap. Example 2, social media. First-order thinking: if I post my opinion on this topic, I will get a lot of engagement and followers. Second-order thinking: this opinion will attract followers who agree with me, but it will also permanently associate my brand with a controversial position. In 3 years, when I try to grow into a broader audience, that association becomes a ceiling. The first-order result is growth. The second-order result is limitation. Example 3, the shortcut. First-order thinking: I will copy someone else's content style because it is already proven to work. Second-order thinking: copying works short-term, but my channel will never develop a unique identity. YouTube's algorithm will always compare me to the original creator and show them instead of me. I will always be second. The first-order result is easier growth. The second-order result is permanent second place. Do you see the pattern? Every time the first-order consequence looks attractive, the second-order consequence reveals the real cost. The people who avoid life's biggest traps are not smarter. They are just thinking one step further. So how do you actually apply this? It is a 2-step habit. Step 1, whenever you are about to make any significant decision, pause. Ask yourself, what happens immediately if I do this? Write it down, be honest. Step 2, now ask the second question, and then what? What happens because of what just happened? Ask it again, and then what? Most decisions only need 2 levels of thinking. Some need 3. Very few need more than that. But this simple habit of asking and then what twice before every major decision will protect you from more mistakes than almost any other thinking tool in existence. Warren Buffett uses this. Jeff Bezos uses this. Every great general in history used this. Napoleon did not just plan the battle. He planned what would happen if the battle went wrong. And what would happen after that? The person who plans for consequences 2 steps ahead is never surprised. And in a world full of surprised people, that is an extraordinary advantage. Here is the deeper truth about why most people never develop this skill. Second-order thinking is uncomfortable because it forces you to confront the real cost of your choices before you make them. It is much easier to take the job, buy the thing, say the thing, and deal with the consequences later. First-order thinking feels optimistic. Second-order thinking feels like pessimism. But it is not pessimism. It is clarity. There is a difference between seeing the full picture and being afraid of it. So the surgeon who thinks through every possible complication before the operation is not pessimistic. They are prepared. The entrepreneur who maps out every way the business could fail before launching is not negative. They are thorough. Second-order thinking does not make you afraid of decisions. It makes you afraid of the right decisions, the ones that deserve fear, while giving you confidence in the ones that hold up under scrutiny. That is the goal, not to avoid action, to take better action. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Think about the most important decision you are facing right now. It could be a job, a relationship, a business, a move, anything. Write down the first-order consequence. What happens immediately? Then ask, and then what? Write that down too. Then ask one more time, and then what? Look at what you have written. That third answer, the thing that happens 2 steps from now, that is where the real decision lives. That is what you are actually choosing. Most people never see it, you just did. That is the difference between first-level thinking and second-level thinking. And from this moment forward, you will never be able to make a major decision without asking that question. And then what? 2 words. Infinite power.